All right, let's get this party started. Happy Sunday. Hopefully, everyone is having a wonderful day. If you are not, have no worries. Tomorrow is a brand new day. Yesterday was not really the best day for me. Had another migraine. Oh man, allergy season right now for me, so it's also triggering a lot of migraines. But it's almost over and Thanksgiving is right around the corner too. Oh, thank you, Lord. Can't wait for some drumsticks. Ooh, it's gonna be so good. All right, so if you are new here, welcome once again. My last couple videos, or rather, I should say, my previous one actually did do fairly well. If you have been watching me over the last year, I did stop making videos for a while. I actually had to deal with some health issues. I was eating too much sugar. Had some kidney related issues. All good now. Sugar, so evil. Oh yes, it is. But otherwise, last year I was really covering primarily one penny stock that is off. It got booted off the NASDAQ, and it just turned out to be a terrible company. My background has really came from primarily investing. I got into the stock market 2020, and then I ended up doing a lot of investing throughout 2021. 22 was kind of really a 50-50 year for me. I was doing a lot of trading, but at the same time, investing still. 2023 for me, I ended up getting kicked in my nuts, but I started to get into day trading and aggressive swing trading. 2024, same thing. Although I've totally revamped my strategy in the stock market. I'm primarily just investing now in growth companies, very, very well profitable companies such as SoFi. Some people say SoFi. Maybe it's a little bit of both. But I am a SoFi bull. I really see great things happening for the stock. I own this stock on two of my profiles. One of my profile on my Webull account, I have a very good average right now of 1278. Been talking about this one over the last couple videos. My main account, I was buying shares in this area in the sevens. I think I even picked some up in the sixes when we had that Japan carry trade debacle. Was it August of 24? I think it was. It was pretty bad. I think it was August of 24. Yeah, SoFi was it's $6. It was a lot of stock. Was a lot of great companies. What every great company went down that day. And then of course the Liberation Day, we didn't get all the way down into the sevens, but I was still a buyer around this time as well. This stock right now, everyone wants to get their hands on this stock. Everyone wants this stock to crash. Not crash and burn in the sense of a penny stock company, but crash and then just completely soar to the upside because everyone wants to accumulate shares lower. A lot of people bought this stock around this whole consolidation area. And I am a very technical trader. I do believe in fundamental analysis. But if you don't know technical analysis, you're not going to be able to buy shares at great opportunities. Because right now, SoFi, either way you look at it, it could very well consolidate for a while, and then we could have a very healthy double up. Yes, over the next course of a year. If we go ahead and go all the way to $60, like in one quarter, you're going to have a lot of people taking profits. You're going to have a lot of institutions taking profits as well, too. You're going to have a lot of selling pressure, and the stock's going to be fighting to really really stay around that high evaluation. But I mean, if we consolidate a little bit, maybe pull back a little bit, and then we go ahead and aggressively, not aggressively, we go ahead and trend upward healthy over the course of the next year, yeah, getting to a $60 price target over like 1 year, maybe a year and a half, that's realistical. And the growth rate on this company is utterly bananas. Anthony Noto and his staff increased their growth rate. We're looking at 36%. So yeah, I mean the quarter growth rate is insane. The yearly growth rate is unbelievable. This company is doing great. So people right now really want something to happen, kind of like this in a way. Would really be a dream for a lot of people. A lot of people that completely sold out, because if the stock were to move down to the 200-day moving average, all these candles right here, I'm on the 1 day, so all these candles represent 1 day. But if the stock goes ahead and goes down to the 200-day moving average, which ironically is a big level of support, $18 also. Actually, no. It was, well, so this is the thing about technicals. What was resistance is now support. So we ended up having a lot of resistance around this $18 mark. We hit $18 back in January. We sold off. And then we tried getting back up, and then we got hit with Liberation Day, and then the entire stock market. But we had a clear breakout above $18. So $18 right now used to be resistance. Now it is support. But a lot of people want us to bounce off this $18 range. A lot of people would love for us to go back to even the low to mid 24s. The 100-day moving average is right below $24. And I mean, that's what a lot of people really would like. Is it going to happen? It could. I don't know. I'm not God. I can't predict the future. But what I can go ahead and put a lot of percentage on happening is that right now everything is still pointing up. You got the moving averages still on a healthy uptrend. The RSI has pretty much reset, and the MACD is still positive divergence. We still have the MACD over the red line, which is really good. We had amazing earnings. Right now, it is literally based on geopolitical BS, and it is literally placed on our internal economy nonsense. The Republicans and Democrats, whenever they sort their bull crap out, then stuff's going to happen. But if they don't sort it out and this government shutdown goes bad, SoFi could crash. We could get a decent pullback to the $18 range. I mean, hell, we could even sell off entirely. Is the company bad? No. That is the difference. Penny stocks, like the stock I was covering last year, completely different. The company sucked. The company was terrible. SoFi's company is not terrible. SoFi's company is amazing. They keep executing. Now, let's go ahead and talk some realistical stuff, because this week could be very big, or it could just be a stagnant week. We really don't know. If the government shutdown continues this week, where the chances of it happening is going to be there. The Federal Reserve is not going to be getting data. The December rate cut decision is more than likely going to be not in our favor. And a realistical thing for December, I'm pulling up the meeting date right now. Schedule December 2025. The FOMC meeting right now for, where are you? Is December 9th and December 10th. So let's go ahead and place a bet if the U.S. economy is going to be open before December 9th and 10th. Do we think it is? Some people are going to argue that it won't. Some people are going to argue that it will be. To my opinion, I don't know. Because this government shutdown could be the bad one. The vast majority of government... So let me go ahead and back up a little bit. I've already been rambling on for 10 minutes. If you are new here, welcome. I talk about a lot of realistical things that a lot of other influencers don't really talk about. I don't really know where this journey is going to take me. But if you do enjoy my content, definitely drop a like and definitely subscribe for future content as well too. I do have other YouTube channels besides this one, but this is my only YouTube channel that I've actually been talking about stock-related stuff. And the whole reason I got into making stock-related videos is because I saw something that no one was talking about last year on a stupid penny stock company that I was covering. I got kicked in my nuts, but that's how it is in the penny stock world. However, what a lot of people are not talking about is that this government shutdown could very well be the big one. And what I mean by the big one is that I remember back in 2009, I believe, 2009 or 2010, I honestly can't remember. I have a military background, and I was in the military during that time frame, and I remember I experienced my first government shutdown. I want to say it was 2009. It was definitely when Obama was in the White House. Hold on one second. Let me government shutdown history. Let me go ahead and pull this up here because I'm actually very curious. Let's see. Government shutdown. 2013. No, it can't be 2013. There's got to be one before 2013. Maybe it was 2013. For some reason I remember it much earlier than that. Let me pull up another chart here. Let's see. I got conflicting data. There's actually a brief history of government shutdown. Let's see this website. A lot of different websites are saying 2013, 2014. I thought there was one 2009. I could be wrong. But, okay, anyways, it really doesn't matter. The whole point is that our government has shut down in the last 2 decades now so many times that people are so used to it. I remember when I was in the military and a government shutdown happened, I was actually a little worried. And I was also a very junior rank, and my supervisors my officers explained to my unit saying, hey, we're still going to be getting paid. The government has allocated resources for military, and even if we don't get a paycheck, we're going to be back paid. Obviously, a lot of civilian type jobs, because during that time frame, my unit, we were going to be doing live fire ranges, and we couldn't do the ranges, so we didn't go to do field training. We just basically did a bunch of barracks training, but still, the government didn't collapse or anything like that. Right now, this is really bad because no one's talking about this just really yet. When the government shut down a couple weeks ago, the stock market did not sell off. Wall Street pretty much looked the other direction. But both parties have no incentive to cave. The Republicans, they don't want to cave. The Democrats, they have no reason to. Because why would the Democrats cave when they don't control the White House And next year, midterms are going to be happening. And what can happen next year is the Democrats can blame the Republicans. And at the same time, the Federal Reserve has stated that our labor market is declining, but they don't have the data for the labor market in the last month-ish. So if this government shutdown runs for another month, maybe 2 months into the new year, and the government reopens, and then the Federal Reserve holds interest rates into January, but they should have really cut back in December, then we could face like a bad, a mini recession or a mini sell-off. Right now, there are so many people that are saying the Federal Reserve is behind and we are in a recession. If that's true, and the data is coming out saying, hey, the labor market is really bad, the Federal Reserve should have cut a lot aggressively and also should cut in December. But if the Federal Reserve is not going to cut in December, and they should have, the Federal Reserve won't, we're going to, this is why people, including myself at times, say that it's all rigged and everyone is jerking each other off. Now, is that a possibility? I don't know. I'm not an elitist. I'm not worth billions, trillions. I don't control money markets. I'm just a small fish in a big pond getting screwed like any other retail trader. But it is a commonality. If this stock market crashes because the Fed doesn't have the info and the Republicans or Democrats are dancing around, then there's going to be so much blame being pointed. It's just like, what the hell? And this is the reason why people in America and also people outside of America, they look at our political system and they laugh. I also laugh at the political system too. Don't get me wrong. If that happens, SoFi is going to get hit. SoFi is going to go down. The fundamentals on SoFi could temporarily change, but can Anthony Noto get us out of a recession? Well, let me ask you this. 2022, a lot of people don't like talking about this, but this is factual. We were in a recession. We had 2 quarters of negative GDP. If you have 2 quarters of negative GDP, that is a textbook definition of a recession. We were in a recession. Did Anthony Noto get us out of a recession? Does a bear shit in the woods? Yes. Look at this. Look at this. Anthony Noto and his staff executed. Look at this. We executed. We pretty much took a Viagra pill and we have been on a tear. We have been on a tear. So yes, if we go into recession, can SoFi... Now, do I believe that SoFi is going to the 7? If SoFi goes all the way down near all-time lows, that's going to scare the piss out of me. And I have such a large position of SoFi on my Robinhood account. I don't know what I add to because my average on my Robinhood account is in the 7s. I'm a little bit crazy, so yeah, I probably would add to my Robinhood account. I'd be adding to my Webull account very aggressively to my Webull account. But as for I got shares of SoFi out the wazoo right now. But on my Webull account, and I might do I might actually turn my Webull account into doing a public profile challenge. But would I add to SoFi on my Webull account? Yeah, I would. If it goes below $12, yeah. I mean, to be honest, if SoFi hits the 200-day moving average, I'm going to average up. That's me. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. But that is what I personally would do with my own money. And it's a possibility. This government shutdown could affect SoFi so negatively. It could affect all stocks. So, oh boy, what did I just do? Crappers. I just moved this. I think it was around 18 something. It can affect everything. Everything. I am currently not a holder of Palantir. I have completely messed up on Palantir. I was trading Palantir over here. I have held shares of Palantir in the $15, $16, $17 range. I ended up selling in this area like a baboon. I ended up rebuying in, and then I sold again. And then, boom, Palantir just soared. I did buy the Liberation Day dip, and then I did sell Palantir. So, I mean, I'm currently not holding any Palantir shares. If I had never sold my Palantir shares and just built a position down here, oh boy. I mean, if I build a position in the 40s, you're talking 5x. If I held my shares in the teens, oh, that's unbelievable. I have learned my lesson with trading a growth company. So I am looking at SoFi as like Palantir. Do I believe SoFi is going to be $200 like Palantir? No. That's unrealistical. Palantir is a different beast. But here's another one. If the government shutdown continues to happen, can Palantir sell off? Does a bear shit in the woods? Yeah. We have not broken the 200-day moving average on Palantir. And oh man, I am a Palantir bull. If you are a Palantir bull out there, you got to understand what I'm saying. Palantir is a very temperamental stock right now because so much is factored in, and they need their growth rates to continue. If their growth rates continue to slow down, you're going to see growth investors sell out, and then you're going to see value investors come in. But, I mean, the stock could very well take a hard dip. The fact that we ended up touching the 200-day all the way back in August of last year, I think this was the Japan carry trade debacle. We did not even touch the 200-day on Liberation Day. A lot of people wanted it to. I wanted it to because I wanted to pick up cheaper shares. I was a buyer in this big area. Palantir, if the stock market gets hit, if the labor market hits, oh yeah, you're going to see the stock definitely go down to the 50, go down to the 100. We could even go down to the 2s. I myself is going to be scooping some stuff up. Because once again, fundamentally, there's nothing wrong with Palantir. It's just right now, there's so much factored into the stock. But prime example, if the government shutdown continues to happen, there are going to be so many stocks. Here's another one. I chose SoFi over Robinhood as a fintech. I am so happy that I did SoFi. If you are a Robinhood bull, I respect you and I agree with it. Right now, I cannot open a position in Robinhood. It's the technicals are just too insane. If we get a bad government shutdown, labor correction, and we go ahead and pull back, I myself am going to be a shareholder of Robinhood. Never got into Robinhood. I was following Robinhood, especially during this time frame. It just really didn't attract me, and I wish I could go back in time, but I can't. But regardless, Palantir is, yes, Palantir is a great company. Robinhood is a great company as well, too. But Robinhood in a bad labor market is going to be hit. And we very well could see a massive sell-off. A lot of people are not really talking on Wall Street about the government shutdown. And I really feel that it's going to significantly affect the markets if something bad happens. I talked about this in a couple videos a few days ago or early last week, how we ended up going down nearly 20% back in April this year. This year is so much like 2018, but if we were to go ahead and just get to the 200-day moving average on SPY, that's 11%. There is so much money on the sideline that we could see a correction pretty much bought up very, very quickly. I am very, very cash heavy right now. I have a lot of friends that are very cash heavy. Everyone seems to be cash heavy. Being cash heavy is not necessarily the worst thing, especially when everything's at all-time highs. But I mean, if we continue to just soar, well then shit. maybe I should have been deploying capital. Because if you really think about it, in 2020, going into 2021, we rallied. So realistically, maybe we could rally all of next year. I mean, hey, if we rally all of next year and then crash at the end of 2026, who really knows? A lot of people, though, including myself, that are retail, we can feel that something bad is coming. We see the light at the end of the tunnel, though. Something bad happens. You believe in the companies. I believe in SoFi management. I believe in Palantir's management. I believe in Robinhood's management. But, I mean, if there is a pullback, for me, I'm going to be being aggressive. And definitely cover more stocks besides SoFi into my daily routine. Man, yeah, we really talked about a lot of stuff. oh boy. But if you and I will respond to this. So I did get someone that sent me a message on X. If you do follow me on X or use X, definitely drop me a follow there. And this person asked, or rather, I should say, this person was a little confused if I was talking about day trading SoFi. No. It's day trading a growth company is just really, unless you're doing options, which is a different beast. But as for like investing and stuff and being long, I've really moved from the penny stock market now into growth companies. And there is so much potential. It's not even funny. We got the Federal Reserve behind us now. They're going to be cutting rates. And then we also have Powell going bye-bye. President Trump is going to appoint someone that's going to be more aggressive with rate cuts over the next year. Interest rates, mortgage rate, like everything theoretically should come down. Who knows? Maybe it doesn't. I could be wrong. Maybe SPY only pulls back like 5%. How funny would it be if SPY only pulls back 5-6% from all time from where it is right now? That is literally on the 100-day moving average. That could be the textbook definition of a correction is 10% on a major index. 5%, that is just really consolidation. I mean, hell, we went down by, we went almost, about 3%, back in July. And then in one day, We had a massive sell-off. So, I mean, going down by... But the problem is right now there's so much money in money markets. I believe there's something like 6 trillion. Hold on, let me pull up. How much money right now is in U.S. money markets? Come on, AI. I believe it's trillions. How much money is held market? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Holy nuts. Holy nuts. There is so much money. So much money. If it is hard to get this stock market to crash, and I understand so many people are hoping. It does. Hoping for the big one. Kaboom, 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 boom. Yeah, let's get the stock market down 30%. If the stock market goes down 5%, people are going to be buying. If it goes down 10%, people are going to be buying. If it goes down 14% for a correction, people are going to be buying. If we get a big correction, less than 20%, people are going to be buying. If we get more than 20%, a crash, people are going to be buying. People are going to be buying. It's hard. It's hard to get this market down. So, just look at SoFi. I mean, on the day, we're on the 5-minute candle. Each 5-minute candles for all these candles. It's just massive recovery. People are buying the stock. It's going to be hard. I think that I already talked really long enough now. Once again, if you're enjoying my commentary, please let me know. But we're gonna have to see what happens this week with everything. Hopefully, like I said, nothing too bad happens. But in this day and age, who really knows? I'll catch you guys with a new video probably tomorrow. And yeah, we'll just continue this journey. Later.